Well, for the first time, two women officers, both pilots, Sub-Lieutenant Kumudini Tyagi and Sub-Lieutenant Riti Singh, who are training as mission observers, will be the first women officers in the Indian Navy to be embarked on Indian Navy warships. So they'll not be pilots, but they will be in fact specialists operating a host of sensor systems on board. This is a huge bastion being broken. Women officers do not typically serve on Indian Navy warships for any extended deployment out at sea. It's a huge privilege for us to be joined by Sub-Lieutenant Kumudini Tyagi and Sub-Lieutenant Riti Singh. It's wonderful to have the two of you and congratulations. It's a wonderful achievement. Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, let me come to you first. When did you first know that you're going to be very likely on board an Indian Navy warship deployed as part of the crew in a very specialized mission?
First of all, thank you very much for congratulating us for this achievement. The first time when we came to know about this was we did our observer course. So during that time, we got an opportunity to apply for the helicopters. So when we have applied for this, that is the first time when we came to know, yes, this is the time.
And Sub-Lieutenant Singh, this is a huge win for gender equality in the armed forces. Typically in the Indian Navy, women didn't serve on board warships for an extended period of time. You will be now a part of the ship's crew, is that right?
Very good afternoon to you and thank you so much for congratulating us. And yes, very recently we found out that we will be making history, but there are many more. We are really lucky. And yes, this has never happened before, but this will happen from now onwards. And we are very proud because we are going to be the first.
And what are you training specifically to be? I believe you'll be mission specialists deployed on multi-role helicopters. So, Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, what exactly does that mean?
Yes, we'll be deployed on the multi-role helicopters. So our work is regarding the sensors and weapons. We'll be operating them. The radar, sonar, sensors, sonics, everything will be operating in near future.
And would this mean possibly the MH-60 which India is going to acquire in the future, Sub-Lieutenant Singh? Is that what you dream to actually be deployed on?
So typically we are going to be along with in the cockpit with the pilot, the observer in the Indian Navy. The tactical control, the sensor control is all going to be in our hands. And yes, in the near future, we are hoping to be deployed on any newer platforms that the Indian Navy will be acquiring.
Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, you could even be deployed on board the aircraft carrier Vikramaditya as well. Is that something that you look, at the prospect of? I mean, you could be deployed on a Shivalik class, a Brahmaputra class, even possibly the INS Vikramaditya as a helicopter crew member. The opportunities for you are incredible, aren't they, Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi?
Yes, opportunities are there because it is a multi-role helicopter which is a shipborne helicopter. So yes, hoping whatever opportunity Navy will find for us, yes, we'll definitely go for that.
So Sub-Lieutenant Singh, tell us a little bit about a new opportunity for women in the Indian Navy. Of course, we've got women fighter pilots in the Air Force. We've got permanent commission for women now in the armed forces as well. But the fact that typically in the past we've not had women for extended deployments on warships. Sub-Lieutenant Singh, tell us a little bit about breaking through that bastion.
So things are changing in the Indian Navy every day. And very recently we had our first women pilot. And the Navy is giving everybody opportunities every day. And yes, definitely we are breaking a barrier today, but then there are a lot of numerous opportunities which are coming up for women in the Indian Navy. We may not be able to technically at our level be comment about whether we will be posted on board ships. That is something that are high. Whatever role the Indian Navy gives us, that we will gladly take upon.
Yeah. And Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, it's competition out there. You are competing not just as women, you are competing as potential mission specialists on board helicopters in the Navy. Ultimately, you'll be fighting for the country. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman.
Definitely, it does not matter. We are trained in such a way whether we are in the training Indian Naval Academy, after that in observer school, our instructors, because of which we are sitting here, our course mate, our OIC CI, they have trained in such a manner that all these things, that barriers, they have never faced. So we've been treated equally. We have 60 hours of flying. So whatever training the male counterparts are having, the same training we have been gone through, and in future the same thing will be provided to us.
So, Sub-Lieutenant Singh, for our viewers, describe what a typical mission would be. Late at night, you've got a call, there's a submarine out there somewhere, you don't know where, but you have a broad idea, and you have been launched on your helicopter. Tell us about what that mission would be. Sub-Lieutenant Singh.
It's as exciting as you make it sound. It's something that we're really looking forward to. This is one of the major reasons that we opted for the observer branch, because we are not doing any regular things. Not everybody has the opportunity that you're getting a call late in the night and there's a submarine and you're getting deployed. But yes, this is what a typical mission would look like, because the kind of helicopters that we will be operating on have got various torpedoes and sensors, and we will be hopefully dropping sonar buoys and things like that. So yes, a typical day for us, making, as you've made it sound really exciting, should be sounding like this in the near future.
And Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, this also means that while you wouldn't necessarily pull the trigger on weapons to launch them, whether it's a missile or a torpedo, you would be responsible for providing the captains on board a targeting solution. You would be detecting an enemy, you would be locking on to an enemy, and you would be telling the pilots cleared for launch, right? Isn't that a huge responsibility?
Yes, definitely it is a responsibility, and the task is challenging, and we are looking forward to it.
Sub-Lieutenant Singh, how do you deal with tension and pressure? Because that's inherent in the job, isn't it? And that's both good and that's bad. But how do you personally deal with pressure and the expectations?
Pressure and expectations, our training, first of all, has been really rigorous. And we've both completed more than 60 hours of flying. The kind of academics that the Indian Navy provides us with, the kind of environment that we have, we learn so much, and we are such qualified personnel that it automatically relieves us of all the pressure and the tension. In case of any pressure and tension, the Navy, we live a wonderful lifestyle. So maybe we have a lot of opportunities to get out there and maybe play something. But as a whole, the pressure and tension is equally shared by everybody. And we take pressure and tension bang on. We don't really shy away from it, or don't get bogged down by it in any way.
Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, a lot of your training is actually high-end training when it comes to engineering, isn't it? It's not just being out there on helicopters or using a particular system, it's understanding what exactly it is you're doing in a maritime environment. So give us an idea of how you have been trained as an engineer and ultimately as a mission specialist, which is not just flying, there's a lot of learning that goes into it.
There's a training involved, there's a rigorous training involved in this. So first of all, we are attached when we complete our Indian Naval Academy course. Then we attach to WIN school, which is anti-submarine warfare school, Satwana, that is specialist for the submarine school. So we have been attached to various kind of schools so that we can know how Navy works, how submarine dives, everything about brief. In brief, we know everything, how the Navy is working. Then we are about to come to the observer school, from where our training actually starts. So there we have night sorties, day sorties. At the same time, academics is also there. We have simulator flying. So when we are cleared of all those things, then we have achieved these golden things, which is making us proud, and through that only we are selected in the helicopters too.
Sub-Lieutenant Singh, you'll be up on helicopters, flying these missions, which are so very important. Someday in the future, would you like to command a warship, an Indian Navy warship, not as a helicopter pilot, but somebody up front, who knows, driving a 7,500-ton guided missile destroyer?
Like I said, we are naval officers, so whatever the Navy asks of us, we are here to perform our duty. that is what we signed up for on the first day. So if that's what the Navy wants us to do, that is what we will do.
Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, give us a sense of the pride your parents or your friends feel now that they see you in uniform. It's been some time now. What do they say? And now this huge opportunity. They must be so happy. They must be delighted.
Yes, definitely. Actually, I belong to a civilian background. For me, I've never seen force.
Okay.
So I'm the first one in my generation who is serving in the Indian Navy, the Indian Armed Forces. So my family, my friends, my brother, my course mates, everyone, they're very proud of me. I am the motivation in my locality where no girl has joined the armed forces. So
Where are you from?
feeling proud.
Where are you
I
from?
belong to Ghaziabad.
I see. So and nobody, carry on with what you were saying. Nobody in yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, so in my locality where I live, so nobody has joined the armed forces as a women officer. So I'm the first one in my family also. So yes, they're looking up to me so that I can do good something good to the nation.
And Sub-Lieutenant Singh, anybody in your family or who was in the forge, or are you also a first?
We are course mates, but our stories are completely different. So I am fourth generation Fauji. My grandfather is ex-NDA, my dad's ex-naval officer. But at the same time, they are equally proud. I am still the first lady to be in the armed forces. And yes, everybody in our family, friends, our instructors, our senior officers are really excited for the kind of opportunity that the Indian Navy has given us.
Sub-Lieutenant Singh, that's incredible. So your father is in the Indian Navy as well. Is he still serving?
No, my father left the Indian Navy in 2010, and I think he's handed over it into my hands now.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
Yes, now it's only me.
Would you have done anything else other than try and be in that white uniform, Sub-Lieutenant Singh?
No, this is what I wanted since I think this is what I always wanted. I don't think I would have ever done anything else.
Why, Sub-Lieutenant? Why would you not have wanted to do something else? I'm just curious about the attraction to the Navy. Is it just because of your father or anything else?
It's when you interact with these officers in the white uniform, they're of a different league altogether. The kind of discipline they have, the kind of aura they have, the kind of determination, and how much they feel about this country. I don't think I have interacted with a lot of people. I don't think I have seen this in anybody else. So from a very young age, I felt this is what I want to be. This is how I want to be when I grow up, and I don't want to be anything else.
Sub-Lieutenant Tyagi, in order to rise in the Navy, you have to prove your success. That you have to prove your ability. Is that something you look forward to? The opportunity to prove yourself in whatever it is that you've been given, to perform?
Yes, I'll take a full responsibility of the kind of missions which will come under me with my guidance of my instructors. And yes, we'll be making history in near future.
You will be making history. And I think you're going to be doing all of us proud. And I think it's wonderful to have both of you as the first women in India to be deployed, or who will be deployed as part of ship's crew, mission specialists on helicopters. It's wonderful, and I wish you the very best. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.